The show you are about to listen to is intended for mature audience only. There will be things said that may not be appropriate for younger audience and may offend you. We at Whatever Talk would like to apologize in advance, but really, get over it.
Kamusta do, folks. That is Philippines or Filipino for hello, folks. Welcome to Whatever Talk, the show where we talk about whatever we seem to be talking about at the time. I'm your host, Donnie, and along with me,
it's Kev. What up?
I didn't forget your name. I had a brain freeze for some reason. I don't know what the heck. It's kind of like I had a major glitch in my with the chip in my head.
It's a nice pause there. I just thought you was like, had your hand out like, hey, go ahead. Tell him.
I did. I was actually pointing at you, but I forget we're not recording in the same room, like giving you like that's your cue. You're cute.
I felt you pointing at me though.
You felt something digging in your chest spiritually. How you been, man?
Pretty good, man. Hanging
awesome.
On in this crazy world.
Awesome, man. Hey, you have no choice but to barricade yourself nowadays because of everything is just entirely too crazy, even for the crazy.
Yeah.
Man, this is ludicrous what's going on right now. It is, man, let's just start the show.
We talking about whatever that's on your mind. Speak your mind, don't be shy. This is your time to shine.
We're in our mid-30s, and we alone survive at least 10 pandemics. What's so different about this one?
Right.
Like, come on, people. On top of that, what is exactly the vaccine that's in paper towel or tissue? Because I didn't know it was a cure in tissue.
Right.
Come on. Like, why do you think tissue was going to save your life? What the freaking heck? Like, I'm seriously asking this question.
They find themselves, man. They mummy find themselves.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. This is a threat level 10 to people. This whole mask thing, mask protects us from your breath. That's about it. That's about it. I'm like, these people going nuts. Like, you can't even find a mask anywhere unless you schedule a false appointment with your doctor office and go raid them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's ludicrous. Like, people, like, really think about this for a second. You got this mask covering your face that really only filters out maybe like dust particles from getting inside your nose and, like I said, protect the rest of society from your breath. That's pretty much it. Because guess what? Your eyeballs are exposed.
Walking around with their eyeballs all big and wide open.
Exactly. I'm like, things can seep in there as well. The same disease that you're hiding from or trying to cloak yourself from don't need a mouth to enter you. Okay? Just like every other disease don't need a mouth to enter you. Okay? Like, you also have like micro cuts on your body that you may not know about. They enter that way as well. Speaking of that, for the first time, the people who can't get the mask anywhere, I've noticed they're wearing those cafeteria lady clear plastic gloves. I've never seen that ever in life.
Like, that's going to stop something.
Exactly. And all this can be prevented for the most part, because again, nothing can keep you from getting sick. You could just go through certain procedures to lessen the chances of you getting sick. But if you're going to get sick, you're going to get sick no matter what you do. But that being said, all this can be prevented if you would just stop being trifling. Wash your body, people. Just wash.
Yep.
Like, people act like washing is the most popular thing now when it's been around literally for centuries.
It probably wouldn't be a coronavirus if they would just wash.
That could be said on another point of view. Me personally, I'm going on the other hand is it probably wouldn't be a coronavirus if the governments of many nations would stop playing God.
I mean, that too. I mean, that's the main thing. But, you know, if you look up the definition of a coronavirus, I mean, it ain't something that just came out like now. It's a group of viruses that cause a disease.
I was just about to say that. I was about to say, yes, corona is not even the virus name.
They're taking it like a bird flu or like malaria or something like that. But coronavirus sums up things within it. Like it's not like the corona. Like you got the corona. Like people taking it the wrong way.
That's why they keep saying we don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. It's the coronavirus. And they're not even paying attention to that. It's flu-like symptoms, so basically just do flu stuff and you will be all right. Like, no, you can't just do flu stuff for something that's not the flu.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people just stop for a second and do the most important thing that you can do in your life. Think.
Basically.
Just think for a second. Like, if I have the measles, I'm not going to take anything for chicken pox because measles are not chicken pox. They may look similar. They may also have the same side effects, but it is not chicken pox. So I can't just sit around with the chicken pox vaccine and think, yeah, I'm good.
True.
Oh, God dang it, people, man. Society is so freaking stupid. This is why it's so easy to manipulate society the way they are manipulating it. They're not even looking at the bigger picture of the part like, hey, it's time for population control. Let's kill some of these cats.
Right.
Call me a conspiracy theorist, which I label myself as. I just wanted to touch on that for a minute before we continue with the rest of the show and just say, people, the best thing you could do right now in your life is just to stop right now, breathe, and think. Thinking, you'd be amazed where thinking can get you.
Right.
Woo! Moving on. Hey, yo, Kev, man, we are a bunch of stars. We're a couple of, we can't be a bunch when it's just two of us. We are a couple of stars.
Really?
Yeah. We in this mini series called Change for 10. And
For sure.
I gotta say, it was a blast recording it, but I think we can actually go on E-Hollywood Untold Stories about this. We had a blast recording this, but it's a lot of behind the scenes as far as with me and the director of this. Me and the director are actually friends, and I would like to think that we are still friends. I haven't talked to her in quite some time by now, but it was some things behind the scenes that we didn't agree upon on vastly.
Right.
In my opinion, and I hope she's listening, but she is not great at all at taking constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
That right there put a large damper on, I want to say the set, but if you were a good actor, or in my case, pretending to be a good actor, you know how to not let that mess with your on-camera stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is actually my very first time acting in anything when I'm, you know, not naturally acting the fool in real life. After the third episode, it was done. It was so whack. So whack. The fourth episode made the fifth episode look bad. For real. The fourth episode had jack to do with anything in the series, which brought the whole momentum of the series to a halt. And the fifth episode came out. It got back to the series, but it was kind of like, I don't even want to watch it no more because of the fourth episode that took us all out of the element of what it is all about. That's how I feel about it. And I really want to ask her if we can remake that. I had a feeling that she had a feeling that we were trying to take over her project versus just giving her pointers. Originally, it was not even supposed to be a comedy, but the project that I did prior to that with her, she thought that I made it a comedy just because I had put one comedic element into it. She thought I didn't turn the whole narration of the whole video into this comedy, when I'm like, no, you can have dramas with a comedic element to it, not a comedy. Basically giving her pointers on comedy, what is funny and what is considered funny. And because I feel confident in my skills that I know what comedy is, that we know what comedy is. And that's what was throwing me off with her, because she's agreeing with you because you helped write the first episode. And I came in and we helped when we co-wrote the second and third episode. And I'm like, in my head, where is this coming from? Because me and you, Kev, are pretty much on par with comedy.
Right.
Where, you know, you got your style and I got my style, but our styles match.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
They go together. And that's why I was kind of like finding it strange, like how she was coming at me with the things that she was coming at me, but you're okay with Kev.
I never even really noticed her like agreeing with me more, and I didn't know that.
We had a lot of discussions when it was just us two.
Right. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, when it was just me and her and I. We actually got pretty heated a couple of times because she just cannot accept constructive criticism. And I'm like, I'm not trying to take over your project. I'm just saying, you don't do comedy. You never did comedy. Right. You don't know comedy. I'm sorry to be that blunt with you, but I'm trying to be as real as possible without being an a-hole about it, obnoxious about it. I'm just trying to tell it to you straight. You're not funny.
Right. And plus, like you said, originally it wasn't even supposed to be funny. So now that she had decided, okay, we're going to go the funny route, she wanted to write, you know, she wanted to do it her way, her funny way, whatever she think is funny.
Exactly.
She didn't want to accept the fact that her stuff just wasn't that funny.
That's what I'm thinking. And you can't be in this industry and can't accept constructive criticism.
Right.
She been in the industry for many years before I came along, but she don't know my background on funny. And again, right. I'm not saying that I'm a comedian, and I'm not saying that I am, you know, I got this comedy thing down pat.
Right.
But I grew up on comedy. Literally, I grew up on comedy. No, none of my family members were comedians, but I grew up watching nothing pretty much but comedy and horror movies. And, you know, those are my two favorite genres of entertainment.
Here's the thing. I don't know if she might not even be looking at it like, oh, you don't know what you're doing. Watch out. But
she is. No, she is. She is. She kind of said it. She
I know, like, even I've heard her say little stuff like that. But, damn, I don't know how that happened. I've heard her say stuff like that. But with her, damn, I lost my thought. I was going somewhere with that. No, I was about to say, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I think what it is though. Yeah, I lost it, bro. I lost it. We're gonna have to do that.
Well, maybe it'll come back to you in a second, but she kind of said that without saying it directly to me.
Right.
Because oh, your experience in this and that. You know, I've been in this game for X amount of time.
I
You
know.
don't know what you're talking about. And first of all, I told her I never written the script before, so I don't really know the style of writing the script, but I have an idea what script writing looks like. The only thing I know about script writing is that however many pages that you have, that's a minute on screen. If you have 100 pages, that's 100 minutes.
Right. See, okay. I remember what I was going to say now. See, it's not even about like, oh, this ain't in script form, or it's not about like we didn't know like the structure and all of that. It's not about, it wasn't about that. Mainly the thing about us working with her is our stuff is more original, and she's trying to take stuff that people already did.
Ooh, Kev. Whew. I was going to get to that, man. I was going to get to that.
That's the whole thing. It's not like, oh, I know more than you, or I did more years at school with this than you, or I've done more. It's not even about that. It's that we have two different. It's plain like we have two different funnies. Like we trying to make our own lane. We in our own lane, but she wanna dab in a lot of other people's lanes because it worked for those people.
She want to pleasurize. That's what she want to do.
Yeah, she use what already she saw work for somebody else.
And when I mean pleasurize, she want to take I'm gonna get into that in a second, but she did say this to me. You don't know how to write scripts anyway, and you don't know what you're doing, and you know you just got started in this. And I'm like, you took a 3-day script writing class. What the heck? We're both on the same level of script writing, if that be the case.
Right.
And I'm like, come on now, that has nothing to do with it. Like, you don't know my background as far as this side of entertainment.
But see,
again,
that just shows her ignorance. Like, okay, it just shows the ignorance, and that she's going to say anything to get her way, which is the whole thing is coming from her. Like she don't want no.
Right. Yeah, that's not a good thing. You should be able to take pointers from everybody on set, including the boom mic guy. If he got an idea, don't be that uppity to not take advice from the guy that's holding the microphone as well. He could be on something because he could be an aspiring director or the aspiring scriptwriter himself or inspiring actor themselves. So don't be that uppity to where you can't take advice from somebody you think is lesser than you.
Now I have seen her take, ideas and advice, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, but she only does it when she wants to do it. Like she'll be like,
exactly.
You say, come on, y'all, like, well, give me your idea. What should we do on this part or some shit? You know what I'm saying? But she doesn't do that consistently though.
It's not even often.
Yeah, it's only on if she's stuck on something or something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. When she needs the help, when she's stuck, now you want to take the portion that shot me in the pinky toe in the scene. And speaking of me using that line,
I was about to do that. I was about to the fact that you used that line, right?
Uh-huh.
You used it in conversation. It was like natural. It went there. It was cool for it to go there, but for you to take something like that and put it in your project or something, like it was already done. Like that's Eddie's. Like he wrote that. He did that. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't put that. We don't want to put that in our project. You know what I'm saying? Say pinky toe or something. You know what I'm saying? Like Della Reese said. You know what I'm saying? Like
she made me so mad every time she suggested things like that.
And you don't want to say what Smokey said to Craig. Like we the new Smokey. Like we the new we us. We the Donnie and Kevin. We want people to be like, yo, say kind of what Donnie had said to Kevin on that 3rd episode.
Exactly. We are able to use lines and switch up words in that line, in that script, and still know what the heck movie we talking about and laugh about it in certain situations. And that, to me, that is cool in real life scenarios. Taking other, matter of fact, that's where you want to be as a director, as a script writer, as an actor. People taking your lines and quoting them and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But literally, Kev, when I read the freaking script, man, and I called you, I said, dog, we are Smokey and Craig. What the freaking heck, man? Like, we were literally Smokey and Craig. And I'm like, no. I don't care what you say. No, I'm not about to be Smokey and or Craig.
That's because she's the type of artist, like if you think about like some of the best artists, like when I'm gonna go musically right now, like people like Missy Elliott, when she comes out with something, it's always different and original because she doesn't listen to other people's stuff, like the stuff that's going on the radio and all that. She doesn't allow that to sway her direction. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good and a bad thing because you can't get motivated from other people or inspired from other people.
That's true, but and then who's somebody else to say what motivates me?
Exactly, and that's what I was trying to get her to realize. We're not trying to take over your stuff. We're just trying to show you our funny. For one,
right?
I don't understand why you're arguing with me when in your head I was the one that made this a comedy. So why are you not listening to the person that made it a comedy's funny stuff?
Right.
And you're still trying to go on with your own funny, and you didn't write anything funny ever in your life until now. And it was motivated from what I did.
Right.
So why are you not listening to the person who actually motivated you to do a comedy thing?
Right.
The main thing I hated mostly about that whole thing is that every bit of it before we put our 2 cents in it was not original. Every bit of it was not original.
Right.
And I'm all about originality with anything I see. Like, I am so sick and tired of seeing the same thing done with different characters.
Right.
That's the biggest thing about this entertainment field.
No more originality, bro.
Yeah, it's no originality anywhere. And that was her motivation. That was her motivation. What everybody else is doing is, everybody is doing it like this. Everybody is doing that and this and those. And they made it and this and this and that. And I'm just trying to get my foot in the door and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, you already got your foot in the door. You've been in this industry for years now. Stop being afraid to be different.
Innovate. You got to innovate, man.
Exactly. Like, I'm just one critic, but at least listen to somebody outside of saying something different.
My man, cool too. I forget his name, but you know he cool. The artist on the series. Yeah, cool dude, man. Cool dude, bro. He can act pretty good and all that, natural. But the episode 4, the idea for that type of episode was just. It didn't make sense. And then on top of that, the song wasn't that good either. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, the song just didn't make you want to do nothing, man. It didn't make you want to, like, yo, I got to watch this episode again just so I can hear that damn song. It's supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even close, bro. Like, the quality wasn't good.
Not saying he whack at rapping either, and not saying he whack at acting.
He not even whack. Like, in a bad job on a director's end could make you look whack, even if you know what the hell you doing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that was just my point. Like, you know what I'm saying? It had him looking like he wasn't even as good as he actually is.
I agree with that. I haven't heard him rap outside of that music video. So that's a first impression on me. And we all know how first impressions work on society.
Right. See, and I got to hear him before that, so that's why I know, like, like, damn, she made him look kind of whack. You know what I'm saying? Because now, if I would have heard him, just like a lot of people, first time hearing him, of course, is that. So they like, man, you know what I'm saying? He more than likely, they probably think he's just an actor who was playing a rapper.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he just, he ain't serious, but you know what I'm saying? But he actually an artist, and right there, that just did not promote him well.
No, and that's really what it was. That's what Lakira called it. This ain't nothing but promoting him.
Yeah, that's all that was. And I don't even understand why he would be on the cover. But even if he would be on the cover because he's a part of the story. Why the hell wouldn't the co-star be on the cover?
That should have been the first two. Like,
right.
You and I should have been on the cover versus even the female character. If it wasn't going to be anybody on the cover, but it should have been you and I.
Right. And then the female should have been like on there, like a little smaller, just like than us. And that's all it needed to be. But I don't know why. See, maybe she made some type of deal with him, or was like, look, I got you. I'll try to promote you. I'll put you on. It sounds.
That's what I'm thinking.
It sounds like something she'd say. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm gonna put you on the cover. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make that whole episode 4. That's your episode. That's all you. You know what I'm saying? I can see her saying that.
That's what I'm thinking. I have never, ever in the industry history ever heard of a cameo being a star.
Right.
This cat was supposed to be a cameo
episode, right?
Cat, we don't know what we're talking about though.
Right.
We don't know what we're talking about, man. We newbies into this.
Right.
Even though you actually have some acting under your belt.
A little something.
I don't. I only have trophy whores. But yeah, I'm gonna close out on. I'm gonna leave out on this. Like, I'm still thinking about just asking her if we can re-edit. Dang, that could have been so much better, man. So much better. I'm so disappointed, man. So disappointed.
Yeah, I hear you.
Let's go to challenges. We already know in today's society, challenge is not necessarily used in the term of, hey, I challenge you to a duel. You know what? I would rather do that versus I challenge you to set your skull on fire. I would rather challenge you to a duel. Either both are stupid as heck, but which is less dumb.
It's funny.
Challenge you to a duel. Take your 3 paces and turn around and light that match. See who head burns first. Boy, people are as dumb as heck. And before I say what this challenge is that I'm going to talk about, they got the nerve to say, after they didn't do the challenge and almost murder themselves, they come back on screen, Blair Witch crying face, talking about
snot bubbles and all.
Exactly. Talking about, don't do that, man. That was dumb as heck. Don't do that. Duh. That's why we ain't doing it, dummy. Boy, I gotta just say, people are TikToking their life away with these challenges.
Oh, I thought you were actually talking about the TikTok app.
I am. You ever heard of the Skull Breaker challenge?
No.
Okay. Prepare to mature down to try to probably understand this. The Skull Breaker challenge is picture me, you. Matter of fact, let's just bring all our friends into this.
Right.
You, Kev, in the middle of all this, and we challenge you to jump. Everybody else surrounding you are jumping in this unique manner to try to trick you into seeing if you can do this too. When you do this, the 2 people that's standing closest to you, like side by side, when you jump in the air, they kick your legs from up under you, and you pretty much land head first.
Right.
Challenge complete. You suffer 8 vertebrates. These are not challenges, people. These are pranks going wrong.
A challenge? Like
That's not a challenge. I don't think people know what the word challenge mean.
right. I do it, you do it.
Exactly. Like the game horse can probably be the best way to sum up the word challenge.
Right. Right. Can you do what I do? Like I can do, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Do anything that you can do. You know that it's the song. They got you know?
Exactly. I can do anything better than you.
Right.
And
No, you can't. Yes, I can. That's a challenge. It ain't about making somebody hurt themselves. Not unless that is specifically what the challenge is.
if that's the challenge, yes.
Right.
But again, I still don't think that's.
No, that's not what they were doing. No.
Yeah, no. But all these other challenges as well, it's like these are still not challenges in my opinion. Yeah, to a certain extent, they are using the word challenge the right way, but the stuff is so dumb, and you're not really being challenged by anyone. Versus, hey, I read a post that said I challenge. No, we supposed to be eye to eye, face to face. That's a challenge.
So did it say challenge prank?
It didn't, in the article, it didn't have nothing to do with the word prank.
But now that would change the whole thing. And even if it just said challenge, now if the two dudes next to him didn't do what they did and just left it at him jumping after they showed him what they wanted him to do, that would have been a challenge.
Exactly. Like I said, the game horse best sums up the word challenge, what it means.
Can you shoot it from here? I'm going to shoot it from here. Can you do it?
That is more of a prank than it is a challenge.
All right.
But kids are dumb. Like the kids are nowadays. It's been stated before on this show. Kids are dumb just for the sake of being dumb. They're not even being dumb. Like our version of dumb back in the day, because we all did dumb. Like when it comes to history repeating itself,
like trial and error dumb though. Like it was.
Yeah. Yes. There you go. That's the best way I could put it. Because I put it a different way the last time we talked about this, many episodes ago. We did trial and error dumb.
Right.
Like we did some
done for us to know that it was dumb. Like, you know what I mean?
It had to be done for us to know that it's dumb. I will have a different point of view on that, but I like that way. Like we didn't have big brothers and sisters that did the same thing to tell us, hey, don't do this. We had that, but yeah, I like the way you put it a whole lot more. It's more funny that way.
Exactly.
Oh man, yeah, they just dumb just for the sake. You can't be dumb for the sake of entertainment if you're not already established as a star. Even though they succeeded at what they were trying to do with that prank, I would still label it as a prank gone wrong, because if I come out with a neck brace, that was done wrong.
It's actually a prank gone right, but it's still because the actual prank was to have him fall on his head, right?
True. The prank is done right, technically.
Right. But the point is, why y'all calling this a challenge?
Because they stupid and society let them do it.
Right.
Now, I want to talk about healthy. This is a reoccurring topic for this show. And you wasn't on it before when I talked about it, but I want to hear your input on healthy. And the question at hand is, what exactly is healthy? Let me elaborate a little bit more. We got everybody busting their sweats at the gym. People that get up and jog in the morning or whenever time they do. You got people that eat healthy or what they believe to be healthy, because there's literally no healthy food out there in the world. Our bodies have become adjusted to foods that we get, you know. So yeah, there's nothing healthy out there. It's just a sticker that says organic. I don't think you folks know or understand what it takes for something to be organic. Like, it takes literally nothing. And what I mean by nothing, drop the seed and don't touch it. That's organic. When it comes to meat, for your meat to so-called be organic cow, organic chicken or whatever, you can't feed a cow another cow.
Organic just means natural.
You have to let nature do its course for it to be natural. I mean, for it to be organic. You cannot implement anything whatsoever processed, and I know everything goes through a process. When it comes to food, we mean it's been tempered with. The juice that you drink that says from concentrate, what the heck fruit concentrate on stuff? It's been tempered with. That's what concentrate means.
Yeah.
That's not healthy, folks. This is what society wants healthy to be, or what is society saying healthy is. It's somebody with a slim figure who's not obese, hitting them exercises, hitting the gym. How is that healthy? Because I witnessed a friend of the family of mine many years ago who was doing healthy like stuff, eating healthy.
I was just getting ready to say that. Like, a lot of times when we hear about people dying suddenly, it be the healthy ones. People say, man, and this guy ran 3 miles every morning and ate like this, and you know what I'm saying? But they be the ones like dropping off
out of nowhere too. They just wake up in the morning, take their yawn, they stretch. Let's start the day. Flop. Just like that. So my opinion on what healthy is, just active. If you're healthy enough to be active, that's healthy.
Right.
In my opinion. It don't matter how old you are. You can be 98 years old, but if you're up walking on your own, if you can even kick a leg up or whatever you're doing that's somewhat qualifies as being active, then you're healthy.
Yeah.
I never seen you go up and run, get out and run. Yeah, you might have played basketball with us every now and then, you know, threw the ball with us every now and then, and all that stuff. Played at the park and all that stuff. But at the same time, I've never seen you eat healthy. I've never seen you go to the gym to actually do what they consider working out. I never seen you do all that. But yet here you are, 98 years old, and you're still able to do everything I just said. But yet we got this freaking bodybuilder over here who is doing everything society says is healthy.
Lifting a certain way, doing certain workouts, probably unknowingly just tearing his body down.
His first heart attack at the age of 28. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how is that healthy when I'm doing everything in the gym, or what I consider? I'm even reading up on these books on what I'm supposed to be doing at the gym. Even got the books on what I'm supposed to eat right after the gym. But yet, I just had a freaking bypass. And this person who is 98 years old never had a heart attack, never had a stroke, never had anything, never went under the knife for nothing other than stitches, because I'm quite sure there probably was a knucklehead back in the day.
Right.
So the question at hand again, what is healthy really?
Healthy is letting nature do its thing.
Healthy is organic.
and organic is nature.
Is nature. This is what I feel that working out is. Workouts for different events. Like, put it like this. Arnold Schwarzenegger, world-class bodybuilder for, I don't know, X amount of years.
Decades.
I bet you Arnold can get put in the triathlon even at his peak. Why? Because he is hitting the gym for a certain type of shape. Now, I feel like getting in shape and being healthy, or what they consider being healthy, is two different things. Like, I can't be a bodybuilder getting in shape for boxing.
Right.
I feel like hitting the gym or getting in shape is you shaping your body to a desired form versus necessarily being healthy. Not saying that it's not healthy to get in shape. Healthy is a side effect of getting in shape.
Or is it?
Healthy can be a side effect of getting in shape.
There you go.
I'm not saying Arnold didn't do all of this stuff. I'm just saying you can't be training for a bodybuilder and then think you about to get in the ring with somebody. Those are two different styles of getting in shape. Listeners, what is your opinion on what is healthy?
That's interesting, man.
I'm going to close out on that, folks. Thanks for listening to Whatever Talk. We are on several platforms now. I can't even name them all, but we are almost anywhere you can think of now as far as Whatever Talk.
Peekaboo.
That might actually be a podcasting site called Peekaboo.
Right.
we may just be on it, but yeah, just to name off a few: iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spreaker.
Say iTunes?
Did I say iTunes? I still got Ike on my mind. Breaker, I never even knew about this site. Be on Spotify as well. Various other ones. Just type in Whatever Talk in Google, and I believe we will pop up as the very first thing. Tell us what you think about us. Hit the like button on the iHeartRadios and iTunes, or hit the like button on anywhere you see us on. Leave a comment too. Remember, you don't have to comment on something you just heard. You could comment on literally anything you want to make a comment about. Email whatevertalkshow@gmail.com. Facebook, Whatever Talk Podcast group. Want to give a shout out to all my listeners. I really appreciate it. This is the third episode back at it, and we're going to try some new things in the future as far as video. You know, we in two different states right now. He left me for his baby mama, and and shout outs to my family, the listeners, my wife, kids. Love y'all so very much. Listeners, love you too. And all that stuff. We need, more people out here saying they love each other versus, hey, nigga, give me that. Cav, give your rebuttal, your shout outs.
Yeah, just me and my family, fans, listeners, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just
Thank you. I'm glad you brought it back to that. Until the next episode, whatever.
If you would have made it this far, but then you made it to the end of the show, you can stay posted, but we gotta go. But wait a minute, leave a comment, tell us what you think about it. Come again, tell a friend, tell whoever listening. Whatever talk.